YouTube, what is good? Back with another video, the second one of the day. So I want y'all to go ahead and do what y'all gotta do. Like, comment, subscribe, you feel me? I'm gonna give y'all a second to go do everything you need to do now. Now that you've done that, you feel me? We're back with another video. So, I'm sorry y'all, I'm late. Told y'all I listened to a little bit of everything music-wise, but I'm late on this one. Drakeo the Ruler, you feel me? I caught on late. Right now, my favorite song from him would be the song INGLEWOOD. Respectfully, no disrespect to INGLEWOOD. Don't know nobody out there. At least I don't think I do. You feel me? That's one of my favorite songs by him right now. I've been listening to a little more of his catalog, and you feel me? I like it. I watched a Trap Lil Ross documentary about it, and about him versus everybody. So this is gonna be my first review on YouTube, because that was on Patreon. So I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, you feel me? We can go and get into it. Let's do it.
Drakeo the Ruler was one of the most influential artists from Los Angeles, but over the weekend, he was tragically killed after getting stabbed in the neck backstage at a music festival in his hometown of LA. Let's take a closer look at the life and death of Drakeo the Ruler. On Saturday, December 18th, Drakeo was set to perform at the Once Upon a Time in LA music festival at the Bank of California Stadium in Exposition Park. The festival was being put on by Snoop Dogg and other major acts like 50 Cent, YG, and The Game. Around 8:30 p.m., a fight broke out backstage. According to witnesses, Drakeo and his Sting team were approached by a mob of like 40 or more people, and a fight instantly started.
So I know about this. I know about the fight beforehand. I know a lot about him and the situation, but I know this. They always teach me something. They always tell me something else.
During that altercation, Drakeo was reportedly stabbed in the neck and rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Festival organizers shut down the show, and headliners like Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent never performed. By the next morning, the news was confirmed that Drakeo died from his injuries at just 28 years old. Police are still investigating the stabbing, and as of right now, no official motive has been announced. But the entire city of LA, as well as the rap community, are mourning the loss of another rising star. Drakeo had a short, but highly influential career that was really taking off. He started gaining a buzz in the late 2010s, but after being falsely accused of murder, he spent several years locked up fighting for his freedom. He got released in late 2020, only to be tragically murdered just a year later. Drakeo grew up in the Huntington neighborhood.
Now, maybe I didn't pay attention, but I didn't know that it was less than a year. I didn't know that.
Of Los Angeles. He was raised by a single mom and has a brother who's also a rapper named Ralphie the Plug. Together,
I never listened to Ralphie. Y'all tell me down below if Ralphie good. I'm gonna go listen to him, but y'all tell me if y'all think he good. I never listened to him, so that's what I'm still catching up on Drakeo, but I gotta listen to Ralphie too.
Group called the Sting Team, along with their homies Catchy the Great, Say So the Mac, Bambino, Good Finesse, and Young Bull. Drakeo was interested in making music from an early age and was inspired by artists like the Hot Boys, Lil Boosie, Webby, and Dipset. Early on, he saw rap as a way to make it out and a way to feed his family. Drakeo started gaining recognition after collaborating with DJ Mustard for the track Mr. Get Dope. The song racked up millions of views and showed Drakeo the potential in music. He kept grinding and dropped multiple mixtapes over the next few years, including I
find it crazy how when you'll rap, like I watched the video, when you'll rap, you'll really be like chilling the whole time. Like I really thought like Blueface be like chilling. Like you see Blueface start rapping, you be like, yo, rapping. You be like, yo, all off beating anything. But when you see him do it, he really be chilling. And to watch yo, you feel me, in that video, yo really just be chilling. Like,
Mosley 1 and 2, and So Cold I Do 'Em. He quickly set himself apart from other West Coast rappers because of his unique flow and delivery that was full of new lingo that he and his crew invented.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Son, I'd definitely be lost.
Scene, and he was on his way to becoming one of the biggest artists in the city. But before he could take his career to the next level, he got involved in a murder and gang conspiracy case that almost put him behind bars for life. On the night of December 10th, 2016, Drakeo and other members of the Sting Team decided to attend a Naughty or Nice pajama party in Carson, California. While they was at the party, they bumped into someone they had beef with, and there was a shooting that left one person dead and another person injured. Drakeo and Ralphie grew up in a Crip hood, and most Sting Team members are affiliated with the Crips. They had beef with Inglewood Family Gangsta Bloods, or IFG, one of the largest and oldest blood sets in LA. While Drakeo and the rest of the Sting Team were chilling outside the party
Yeah, then it's like, It wasn't a lot of them. Distinct team, that is. That's his crew. It wasn't a lot of them, but they was really going to war with any and everybody. Like, they was different. They stood on business.
They noticed an IFG member named Davion Gregory, aka Red Bull, walk into the with two other dudes. Drakeo saw Red Bull entering the party and turned to tell his homies it was time to go. But Red Bull ended up walking right by him and a fight broke out. Gunshots went off, leaving Red Bull dead and two other men injured. The two men Red Bull was with were actually football players and not from IFG. Travis Henry Broom, a wide receiver who played for the Arizona Cardinals and New York Giants, knew Red Bull from playing Pop Warner football and randomly bumped into him before the party that night. While in the hospital, Broom told police he remembers seeing a light-skinned black guy with dreads and two cars, a black Mercedes SUV and a red Mustang.
See, I told you. See, Trap Lil Raw's video didn't tell me that. It didn't tell me. You feel me? Like how yo got caught from that, or how he got wrapped up. I'm not gonna say how he got caught because he beat it. How he got wrapped up in that. I didn't know that.
Police ended up finding shells from a 40 cal Glock and a 38 revolver. They also found surveillance footage from the party showing Drakeo driving away in a black Mercedes SUV. Police heard Drakeo's name come up in the wiretap and started connecting him to the murder. The final piece was finding one of Drakeo's music videos for a song called Chunky Monkey. In the video, he's seen driving the same black Mercedes SUV. His crew also flashes multiple guns, including a Glock 40 and a 38 revolver, the same weapons used in Red Bull's murder. So after that,
I ain't even gonna say it.
The cops were convinced they found the killer. On January 2nd, 2017, Drakeo, Ralphie, and other Sting team members were arrested and charged in connection with the murder. Police put undercover informants in the cells with each member of the Sting team, and eventually, the truth came out. One of Drakeo's...
Hey, look at your face. She really be like, chilling. For real. You see that? And he be talking. He be really talking. He just really...
His homies, Solo, even ended up snitching in exchange for having the charges against him dropped. But what's crazy is that nobody snitched on Drakeo. According to what Solo and others told police, Red Bull was shot by two dudes named AB and Kells, who were beefing with IFG. Drakeo just happened to be there at the time, but really had nothing to do with the shooting. But police were determined to pin the case on Drakeo, so they took it to trial. Drakeo was acquitted on the murder and attempt.
And the crazy thing is, they set them up for failure. They put both of them dummies in a cell with an undercover. And these buttholes go in there and tell everything they did. Everything. My fault, gang. We back, you feel me? We're gonna get straight back into it, alright?
Criminal street gang conspiracy. Basically, they try to say that Drakeo helped to create a lifestyle that glorified gang violence, so he was also responsible for the actions committed by his crew. They also brought in some of his lyrics and his beef with another rapper named RJ to make their point. But RJ himself has admitted their beef was never that serious. Because of the hung jury, Drakeo had to stay in jail till his next trial. But in November 2020, a new LA district attorney was elected. Drakeo's case had attracted a lot of negative press from supporters and rap media. So they decided to cut him a deal, and he was released before the end of the year. While Drakeo was locked up, his fan base had only gotten bigger. He released a project earlier that year called Thank You for Using GTL, which was recorded entirely over a jail phone.
See, and I knew none of this. I mean, I knew it from the documentary, but I'm sorry, I knew none of this prior to me listening to some of his songs. I don't know what happened. Something just told me, like, give it a shot. It might have been the documentary made me go see and listen to something. It was like...
The album was praised by fans and critics, with some calling it one of the best albums ever recorded from jail. Drakeo ain't waste no time after getting out and dropped another album called We Know the Truth in December 2020. He followed up early the next year with The Truth Hurts, which had a feature from Drake on the track Talk to Me. After that, he continued to capitalize off the attention he was getting and dropped 3 more projects.
I ain't really like that song like that. I gotta listen to it again, but I started to listen to it, but I didn't. It wasn't
By the end of the year, A Cold Day in Hell,
maybe once
Ain't
I
That the
listen to it
Truth,
again.
and So Cold I Do 'Em Too. But just because he got a lot of love in the city, don't mean there was no hate. After he got out, Drakeo kept beefing with IFG and dropped the track Inglewood, where he took shots at IFG rappers like AZ Chike and Frosty the Snowman. AZ Chike responded with his own diss song, Lil Stink Stink, and the rappers continued taking shots at each other in interviews and on social media. The police was also keeping an eye on Drakeo. Back in August, he got arrested on weapons charges after police pulled over the Uber he was in for having tinted windows. You would think tinted windows are the Uber driver's responsibility, but police searched Drakeo and found out he had a gun on him.
Which is weird. I still don't understand how that's okay. Like, how did y'all search him? and y'all stopped the Uber, but y'all pull him out and lock him
Draco was
up.
on IG Live during the whole
I
time he was
understand
getting
why y'all
arrested.
locked him up once
He
y'all
later got
searched him,
out
but
on a
that wasn't right.
$35,000 bail. But many asked why he got searched in the first place, since he wasn't even the driver of the car.
Okay.
But despite all the setbacks, Draco continued to grind, and it seemed like he only continued to level up in the rap game. He was a rare artist who came with a new style and created his own wave by giving fans something different. But before he could truly enjoy the results of his hard work, he was tragically murdered. After the news was confirmed, fans and celebrities took to social media to mourn Draco's death. Drake posted a photo of Draco along with the message, "Nah, man, this shit isn't right for real. What the f are we doing? Always picked up my spirit with your energy. R.I.P." Snoop Dogg also posted a statement sending prayers and condolences to the family. He said that as soon as he was informed of the stabbing, he shut down the show and left immediately. The event was also hosted by Live Nation, who are still under a lot of legal pressure after the Travis Scott Astroworld tragedy. Many fans are wondering why someone with a knife was even allowed backstage, raising a lot of questions about the amount of...
When you watch that documentary, when you go, if y'all feel like doing it, go to Trap Ross's Patreon, and you'll see some stuff that this didn't give you. Go over there and check it out, man. I'm telling you,
of the show.
It's good stuff.
A Sting Team affiliate also got on social media and gave some backstory on what happened. He kind of suggested it was a setup and that YG had something to do with it. He said he slapped the shit out of YG when he sees him and even banned him from performing in LA. He claims the Sting Team was only allowed to have 15 people with him, but YG had a crew of security guards with knives and other weapons.
Doing all this puff talking like they hard, bro, but fight big ass security. You got those security guards fight. Like, come on, bro, that shit ain't cool, bro. On my mama, bro.
Again, like I said on the last video, I hope he ain't had nothing to do with this.
Big ass bald security guards snuck in knives, all type of weird shit. Let them come 70 thick, but only told us we only can bring 15 people, bro.
Draco and YG have had problems in the past. Early on, Draco was offered a deal to sign with DJ Mustard after the success of Mr. Get Dough. But Draco turned the deal down and decided to stay independent.
See, he didn't say all this.
Ever since, there's been tension between Draco and Mustard's people, including YG. YG is also from the Treetop Power Rules and has affiliations with IFG. It's been alleged that YG tried to blackball Draco in the industry because of their problems. Back in February, Draco took shots at YG on social media, showing that the rapper still follows him on IG and put the caption, "Don't like me, unfollow me then." So, they've had issues in the past, but nothing suggesting the beef was that serious. At this point, there's no evidence to confirm that YG had anything to do with the fight.
You hope not, right?
It's all just rumors, and it's still not clear who attacked Draco and why they did it. R.I.P. Draco the Ruler. He was a rare artist who inspired a new wave of rappers just by staying true to himself. More info on his case is likely to come out as police investigate, so tap in for updates.
Hey man, like I said, it's an interesting story. Get over to that Patreon, man. Chat with Ross, and then call me and tell him I sent you. You feel me? You can tell him Skywalker sent you. Tell him Spence sent you. It don't matter. Tell him I sent you, so he can come over and check me out. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know how we end the video. We out.
All right.